All right, and I am live. What's up, everybody? Who's obviously not here? What's up, Wondrian? Wow, immediately coming in with the M. I'll return your M. What's up, dude? Okay, so what I'm doing right now, what was it, like Wednesday when I streamed Minecraft last, and we were talking about Steam and like what was in my Steam library. I went back through my Steam library. What's up, Adarsh? And I was like, and I re-downloaded Fall Guys. And this morning I was trying to get my Fall Guys W, and I have failed multiple times to get a Fall Guys W. And so now we're gonna do it together. We're gonna get that Fall Guys W. Dude, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Actually, I'm gonna take this hoodie off. So we're playing Fall Guys and probably Minecraft later. Great work, man. Thanks, Harsha. Appreciate it. So this game is like, hold on. Let me make sure it's not insanely loud. Pull it down to like there. Let's do it. Yes. So this game is a child's game until finals, right? So if you've never played this game, you do like multiple rounds, people get eliminated, and it's such a simple game until finals. I think I've played this like 15 times now, and I have yet to actually take the W today. I have in the past, in the long ago before times when I used to play this game. But I'm gonna get this dub. Then, once I get this W, then we'll play some Minecraft. But in the beginning, this is just so easy. I mean, it's just so simple. Fall Guys music is so catchy, it is. Go. Yeah, see? Easy. Easy plays. This game is so simple. So simple until finals. Boom. And boom. Easy. You told me to forget about philosophical. 4 months later, you play ball. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Is that music too loud? Let me know. It's so loud to me. Put it down. There. Go like right there. Wait for all these inferior gamers to finish. It's a little loud. Okay. Let's do Fall Guys, the Ryan Gosling movie. That's a good question. I don't remember. Yo, let me turn this down just slightly. We go just like maybe there. Okay. Oh, the button one. This one is a little frustrating, but not that hard. Where's the closest? Okay, here we go. Can I get this one, or are they gonna take it? Yeah, yeah. I just knew it. Okay, and they're gonna take that one. Okay. There's one. And he got that one, of course. Dude, okay. Here we go. This is me. Oh, that guy's pro gamer. Give me that button. Oh no, give it to me. Okay. See, this is like, okay, I got this one. This is me right. No, 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 no. Give me. Okay, one. We on the board. On the board. People are qualling already. Okay. I'm getting a little bit worried here. Give me this one. This one's me. Okay. This one. Okay. Oh, stay up. Okay. This one. And I'm in. Let's go. So we like to see. Ooh, I just made that one too. Oh, this one's simple. See, all of these are children's games until finals. That's how it goes every time. I have one, or I get through all of them, and then I lose finals. That's what's happened over and over and over and over. Give me. Okay. I'll just wait for more. Yes. Give me, give me, give me. I would prefer to get a box, but this will work. Whatever. Actually, give me this. I want the box. Give me the box. Okay. Okay. See, now I'm getting greedy, and now I'm gonna lose. Come on. Give me that. That's mine. Okay. Stop! 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 Okay. Let's go! Okay. See it? Yeah, I'm good now. I'm gonna win. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Last one. Oh! Good, 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 good. Let's go. Well, last time was not really a children's game. What do you mean? Why are you, to be honest, till 4 months ago, I thought he was a monk. Nah, dude. I could not be a monk. All right, here we go. Final round. Gooprop Rodeo. Don't fall off. Okay. All right. Factory was really close. Nah, nah, nah. I had it in the bag, dude. I had it in the bag. All right. Here we go. W and then Minecraft right here. The music is super catchy. Oof. Okay. Oh, there's just one. We're just waiting on one to fall. Oh, it's me and this guy. Let's go! Let's go! That's hilarious. Wow, I played like 15 of these and didn't win. And then first one on stream. See? Actually, yeah, that was the first. Let's go. Let's go. W first round. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, I think that's Fall Guys. I think that's it, right? I think I go play Minecraft now. I thought that was gonna take way longer. Wow, that's so funny. Okay. And there it was. There was the dub. That fast. Wow, how great is that? Yeah. And that was Fall Guys. That's actually hilarious. I'm so surprised I won immediately. I guess that's how it goes, dude. All right, now it's time for Minecraft. I just needed that. See, now I have no more desire to play the game. Once I get that first dub, it's done. It's over. Why are you talking about me like I can't read chat? Okay, Minecraft is updating. So it's gonna take us a minute to hop in here. How's your guys' Saturday? What you been up to, Wondrian? What's up, Nav? Tell me there's something that is the most important part of story writing. You got to be more specific than that, my friend. Here we are, back in the world. You know what I was thinking about? Feeling kind of inspired. I don't know if I have the... or how deep this water is, but I was thinking about maybe doing some kind of like domed glass structure like underwater, maybe making that the project of today. Man, it's just so funny seeing curvature in Minecraft. That makes like literally that is. Anyways, oh yeah, I have all this stuff that I can probably sort. Also, let me do, I want this to be as far as it can be. Simulation distance, mesh frame rate, smooth lighting, graphics. Okay. When will the writing course 2.0 be ready? Dude, I have no idea. I have no idea. maybe never. I hope, or matter, who knows, dude? Who knows? I don't need that. I'm kind of like, wouldn't it be cool if I built some kind of like glass dome underwater? Yo, what? Dude. Oh, it's a pufferfish? Why would you attack me like that? Maybe we like do it out here where it's deeper. Yeah. Could do something like out here. Would be cool. Build some kind of glass structure. I feel like I'd want it to be even deeper though. This is still pretty shallow. Thanks for the boost, my dolphin friend. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. It would also be cool to do like some kind of full-on tunnel thing. I don't know. We'll start over here though. Like it's a superhero movie idea I had in my mind, and I'm a total nerf picking up scene idea and all, but I don't know what is that element which will make me capture my audience till the last scene. Can you at least suggest me one of your videos? Disclaimer, beginner friendly. Nav, there's one video on my channel that you should watch. Go to my channel and look up the video, How to Write a Perfect Scene. It is the best video. If you were going to watch one video only on my channel, like literally just one video, it would be the How to Write a Perfect Scene video. It's my best video, and it's the most important thing you need to understand about writing, period. Somebody link him that video if you can. In the back of my mind, I can't remember a quote you said, something like, the only thing we have to fight against corporate Hollywood is good story. I'm sure I said something like that. Probably in multiple videos. I can't believe I got that Fall Guys dub. First one on stream. That was funny because I did like I was sitting here playing and I probably put like I probably did like 8 rounds or something, and then I was like I might as well just be streaming this, just you know, say what's up to y'all, and then I got it immediately. Tyler's your middle name? Sure is. My first name is Jacob. I wrestle with God. That quote is Tyler Core. What's up, Josh? It's definitely Tyler Core. I would like Josh. I would like to see that TikTok, the Tyler Core TikTok edit. That would make my heart happy. Okay, I'm gonna get maybe like 6 stacks of 64 to start off. Yeah, Josh, if you make that, that would be awesome. I wonder, like, both the ironic and the unironic version would be fun. But yeah, Nav, how to write a perfect scene. Look up that video. It's about scene choices. Like, so the way that scenes work, what makes a scene dramatic is a decision, is a choice, right? It's like I have to make a difficult decision that is emotionally charged, and the drama is in what decision is going to be made, right? That's how drama works, fundamentally. So in all stories, in all media, and all of this, and whether you're making a reality TV show or you're making a TikTok with, you know, characters in it, or you're making a $300 million film, at the end of the day, what is going to be dramatic is not huge, big action scenes or massive explosions or tons of CGI or any of this. What is going to be dramatic is the choices that the characters must make. What difficult choices are in front of them, and how are they going to deal with the difficult choices that are in front of them? That is the bedrock of drama. And that was so key for me, like, because once I really nailed that, it made everything so much easier. Because if you can really, you know, and somebody was asking me about practical screenwriting 2.0, and like, I do want to make it. I wish I just, you know, did it all as good as I, you know, wanted to the first time. But you can like start everything from that position of choices. Like, if you just say, okay, scenes are about choices. I need 2 choices to make a character arc. Boom, now you understand character arc. Also, like, choices are both physical, right? You're making a decision in the physical world, but then those choices are also emotional, and they're about what you believe, right? So every choice is kind of this 3-in-1 trinity, right? Where you're making a choice in the physical world that is emotional, and it's impacting your beliefs, ideally, right? A good choice is going to be all 3 of those. And so, yeah, then all you have to do to understand climaxes is to say, okay, well, a climax is just the biggest story-defining choice of, you know, of the whole thing, right? One final choice that ends everything, right? Will Frodo throw the ring into the fires of Mount Doom or not, right? A single moment that defines the entire story. A single choice has to be made right now. What is our character going to do, right? And that's why like, once you understand that mechanic, then it's just building different kinds of choices and different kinds of scenes and all this sort of stuff. So choice is the absolute key bedrock of all dramatic narrative. If you understand decisions, you understand, like, if you understand decisions and you understand how to make them physical, emotional, and philosophical or meaningful all at the same time, then you have something that's really strong. So like, for example, in that How to Write a Perfect Scene video that I just recommended to you to watch, there's a Little Miss Sunshine scene in there about ice cream, where the family, Little Miss Sunshine is this like family drama, family comedy film, and they're going to a beauty pageant. And Olive, their daughter, who's going to the beauty pageant, orders ice cream at a diner on the way, right? So it's just this simple little thing where she orders ice cream, and then her father's like, essentially, do you really think you should be eating ice cream if we're on our way to the beauty pageant? And now there's this decision that has now appeared, right? Is Olive going to listen to her father and not eat the ice cream because they're on the way to a beauty pageant? Or is Olive going to listen to her mother and the other characters and say, you know what, like, I can live my life and it doesn't matter that I'm going to a pageant, I want ice cream. So what's happening there is you have the physical choice, eat ice cream or not, right? Physical. And then you have the emotional element. Her father is the one who is saying, hey, maybe don't do this, right? And he is a very key character for her. And ultimately, you know, at the end of at the climax of the film, she is the reason that he arcs, right? Because she looks up to him so much. And it's also why when he says, hey, maybe don't eat this ice cream, it really causes her to question herself. So you have the emotional element, and this is the thing too, is like when people talk about like character need or this sort of thing, what people really mean by that is like the need of the character is the emotional element of the character. The need of the character is connected to who is that character's most important relationship. And in the case of the Little Miss Sunshine, Olive's most important relationship is her father. And so, you know, and it also goes the other way in the sense that he needs to realize that his daughter fundamentally needs his support over anything else. And that's what he learns at the very end of the film and kind of how he has his arc. And so then, you know, the third piece of the trinity of a choice is the decision is meaningful. So they're going to this beauty pageant. So now, and she's going to eat this ice cream. And then at the table, it starts this like philosophical debate. If you watch my video and you watch the scene where they're saying like, hey, you can, you know, her mom is saying, you can do what you want. It doesn't matter if we're going to this beauty pageant. Like, you can be free. Don't feel like you need to not eat ice cream just because we're going to a beauty pageant. Like, you be you. And then her father on the other side is saying, okay, but is that really how winners act? Or, you know, do you really think you're going to win? Isn't that what this is all about? Blah, blah, blah. And so then you immediately get the two sides of the philosophy over a simple bowl of ice cream. And so this simple bowl of ice cream suddenly is not so simple, because it is not only a physical choice, but it becomes emotional and philosophical, because it is a physical choice. And then her father, her most important emotional relationship, is the one who is questioning this decision. And now they are getting into the actual, like, the meaning of this decision. What does it mean? You know, what is she saying by eating this ice cream? Is she saying that she doesn't want to be a winner? Is she saying that she doesn't care about the beauty pageant? Blah, blah, blah. Or on the other hand, is she saying that, hey, it doesn't matter, and like eating one bowl of ice cream is not going to change my life, and I want ice cream right now, and so on and so forth, right? And so a choice moment is a trinity. A choice is a 3-in-1. It is philosophical, emotional, and physical in one single moment. So if you understand how to make strong choices in your story, that means, you know, if you know how to create strong scene choices, like that video shows you how to write a perfect scene, then it will really, really help your understanding of not only story, but also your real life, right? Because that's what happens in real life. Story mirrors reality. And the reason So in real life, the big moments in your life are decisions that are physical, emotional, and philosophical all at the same time, right? It's a decision that challenges you in the physical moment. It's about important relationships, and it is making you question what you believe about yourself, what you believe about life, these kinds of things. So, like if you take nothing else from all the 280 something videos I have made on this YouTube channel, take that video away with you and say that, like, at the end of the day, the most important thing that you need to understand is that stories are about choices, and that choices are meaningful, emotional, and physical all at the same time. And that video goes in depth on that. The video titled I wrote the script in 480,000 was a great help when I was working on my script. That's awesome. So mistakes, what is a good choice if no meaning is placed upon it? Yeah, so Wondrian, you say that conflict is important. Yes, absolutely conflict is important. But where does conflict come from? How does conflict arise in a story? Well, conflict arises in a story based upon choices, right? So another example that I used in that video, the How to Write a Perfect Scene video, is there's a Succession scene where the FBI has come to the offices to, scour their books and all of this. And now Logan Roy has this huge decision to make, right? And he doesn't want to let them in. And so then he is in conflict with the president of the company because he doesn't want to let them in. And so conflict comes from characters being on opposing sides of a particular choice. That is where conflict comes from. So you don't have conflict if you don't have a decision. Does that make sense? You don't have conflict if you don't have a choice, because a choice is what forces people who are in opposition to actually face each other in that opposition, right? So like if let's say, you've got you have a friend and you're a Republican and they're a Democrat or whatever, right? They voted for Kamala and you voted for Trump or blah, blah, blah. Or let's say that let's make it stronger. Let's say you're married to someone, and let's say you're going to vote for Kamala, and you know that this person is a right winger, right? They probably would want to vote for Trump, but you don't want that. But you guys don't talk about it, right? So you don't talk about it, you don't talk about it, you don't talk about it. And then now it's now the day to vote, right? It's the day of the election. So now you guys are going to vote, and now you're going to have this argument where one of you says, I don't want you voting for Trump, or I don't want you voting for Kamala, right? You don't have the conflict until you're forced to, because a decision is about to be made, right? So because the decision of voting for a particular person is now in front of the both of you, now you have the conflict moment, right? Now you actually have a reason to talk about your opinions. So it's easy to avoid conflict until a physical decision appears. And then suddenly, in that simple example that I just gave, that example is physical, emotional, and philosophical. So the physical choice is the actual act of voting. The emotional is it's a married couple that has differing opinions on politics. And the philosophical is obviously they have two very differing views on politics and why they are going to make decisions in a particular way. So all three of those elements are happening at the same exact moment, right? They're not separate. I think there's also this idea that writers can get into where they feel like the emotional parts of their story is different from the philosophical, is different from the physical, or this kind of thing, right? As if we have scenes for the philosophical part of the story, and then we have scenes for just the emotional part, and then we have scenes for just the physical plot conflict. It's like, no, those three elements are happening together in tandem all at once. They are a trinity. It is a literal 3-in-1. It's like a 3-in-1 of nature. It is yeah. Yes, exactly, Wondrian. Exactly. Just got a movie idea from eating ice cream in the FBI. Hey man, yeah. Go for it. Alright, I'm gonna toss this sand in the oven and then start figuring out what I'm gonna do with this. You know what would be awesome to find is like a sponge. I gotta go to a monument. What kind of enchantments do I have? I could make an enchantment table now, right? I think I've got enough. How many obsidian do you need? 4. Okay. Well, I guess that's a no for now. But I had, let's see, impaling punch. Yeah, okay, so I don't have any good enchantments. Look, it's a new moon. Did you know the Harmon Circle's 4 quadrants link to character arcs? I saw it on Dan Harmon's Tumblr. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely it does. Also, the 4 quadrants link to summer, fall, winter, spring. Summer is Act 1, fall is Act 2, winter is Act 3, spring is Act 4. Kind of looks cool out there. Let's go see if we can find a good spot for this underwater creation. And I think I stupidly left my boat out in the middle of the ocean. So, yeah. Nav. Sometimes, don't ask me which idea, like, just write your ideas, dude. Sometimes y'all ask me, it's like y'all can't ever make a decision for yourself. You need to make your own decisions. I can't hold your hand on freaking everything. What if I, like, put it in this coral area? I feel like that would look cooler, for sure, than just having it. Just gotta find the right spot. Or what if I tried to build it, like, into the coral, almost? You know, like, maybe if I, like, connected the coral through, like... Also, how do I make a potion of, like, underwater breathing or whatever it's called? Because it would be nice to have one of those as I build this. Yeah, maybe I try to do like a... Like I could put like glass dome things like around the coral, sorta. Maybe. But I feel like it would die if I... Pufferfish? Okay. Well, good thing we've got some pufferfish around. Ooh. What is that? Oh, this could be kind of a cool spot to build it, to start. You know, like it's already got like a scaffolding, and then I could glass this up. That's what I'm gonna do. Man, and also I needed to get soul sand from the Nether, and I never did. Okay, we got all sorts of tasks to do today. What? Oh, okay. The honest raccoon. The dishonest and honest raccoon. Here's what I'll do. Just see you later, bro. Buried treasure map. Sheesh. What? What? I don't see any treasure on this map. Okay, well. Whatever. Where did my boat go? Okay, so this is definitely where I'm going to build this. To start, for sure. Just so I don't lose it, I'm going to do this. Where's my boat? I didn't pick it up, did I? No. Oh, it's over there. Yeah, I don't know what honest and dishonest raccoon is, but it does sound like a simple way to describe philosophical conflict, right? Truth, lie is the most important fundamental philosophical conflict, right? Like you could distill all kinds of, like that is kind of the binary 1-0 of belief. Truth or lie is like the binary of belief, right? Either what you believe is true or what you believe is distorted in some way, and if it is distorted in some way, it is a lie. So it's like usually the truth is only the truth, but a lie can be a billion things, you know. I always feel like I have an infinity of stuff in my inventory at all times. I should also make some kind of like lava trash can. That would be cool. Okay. So, probably just gonna use gravel with this. And let's get started on the underwater dealio. If you have golden carrots, you can make night vision potions too. How do I make golden carrots? I don't think I have carrots. There should be pufferfish right here though. Because they where's the pufferfish? I don't think any of these are pufferfish. There's one. Come here, boy. So I can find another. That's one. There's one. Come here. Notice one carrot. Okay. With to make the underwater breathing potions, do I need like an alchemy or like what is that? What's it called? It's like the little chemical stand or whatever it is. Because, like, the seeing underwater is, like, not a huge deal to me. It's much more important for me to not have to go up and down in the water over and over and over again. Okay, what's that thing called? It's like a brewing stand, right? That's what it's called. That's... Oh, crafted with a blaze rod, then you need blaze powder and another... Okay. So that's a whole Nether adventure. Well, I guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way then. At least for now. Well, okay, I'm gonna do... Probably get this guy started, and then maybe we'll go Nether. What's up, Jonathan? By the way, guys, the craziest thing happened today. Well, I mean, not the craziest thing, but it was definitely a weird vibe. These birds, there was like, I think it was 7 of these big birds. Like, they were the size of a hawk, maybe even a little bigger. But like their heads were weird. It almost like, they almost looked like they had like vulture heads. but they didn't have. It was just weird, but there was like 7 of them, and they all. So I'm standing in my yard, or I get home, and like there's all these little birds that like to hang out in my yard or whatever, and I get out of my car, and all the little birds like left, and I was like, what? Like, why are y'all all leaving? And then these big 7 birds like all came swirling in, and I was like, what is happening? And then they landed like around the trees just around me. It was like kind of crazy. And so I stood out there like watching them for a little while, until they left. Like I have no idea what kind of birds they were, but they were dark, strange looking things. Yes, this is like whatever. Stop. Say the craziest thing happened to me, as if much weirder things don't happen to me all the time. But that was definitely a weirder one. It felt like an omen of some kind. Hopefully a good one. But who's to say? What up, Brickby? Oh, you know, I'm just chilling, hanging out. How's your Saturday? All right. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fill this whole thing up. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Wait. Hey, none of that, please. Okay. Now I'm just gonna bring down the top layer of the water as much as possible. Yeah, we might as well just use some cobble. Gravel was probably not the right choice, considering it doesn't stay at the top, but that's okay. Okay. Now the question is, yeah, okay. All right, well, it has begun to work. Perfect. So already we've got our little air bubble. Just gotta keep it up and get more sand. Ooh, plus 400% submerged mining speed. I will take that. Look how nice my farm looks. Wow. So nice. Whoa. What was that? Well, why have you chosen death, brother? Yeah. Yeah, I would love to do the respiration enchantment, but we are simply without enchantments for now. This is a little messy over here. I don't know how I want to do this yet. But I know I'm going to cut all this water out, so let's keep doing that. What's happening there? Oh. I'm gonna study, don't raise your voice. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna be extra quiet for squiggly lines. Drop us some new essays, bro. How's your writing going, dude? I feel like I've just made so many video essays, you know? You know what? If I had it my way, I'm just gonna be honest with you all. If I had it 100% my way, I probably wouldn't be making too many more YouTube videos, just being honest. Just because, like, I've made so many. You know? But there is some stuff I do feel like is worth talking about, but also it's just like Yeah, for sure. Alex, have you seen some of the other live streams that I've done? I've dropped some hot heat in these live streams. Not just like me hanging around playing Minecraft, but also like if you haven't seen the last few story writing lectures, or where we're writing scripts live, or not writing scripts live, but like reviewing scripts based on prompts that I gave the Discord, like there's some really good stuff there, dude. If you need some inspiration, some really good stuff there. Okay, now we got all this. So this is where, yeah, I gotta figure out what's the floor of this thing. Yeah. But so far so good. Look at this. We've got our little pad in here. Working out just as planned. By the way, did any of you guys listen to the Writer's Mind podcast, Season 2, Episode 1? If so, what did you think? What's my plan with this channel from now on? I mean, as long as I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna be making YouTube videos and working on them and whatever. It's just like, to do what I have done so already, to sustain this business, like it's kind of like, if all I was doing was making video essays, then sure, dude, I'd be making video essays all the time. But video essays don't pay my bills. Video essays are just straight up entertainment, and then I need to get people to actually pay me money so that I can survive and all of this stuff. So like, here's kind of the problem. It's like, I need to pay bills, and then I get clients, and then I'm working with clients, and then it's like, it's really freaking time consuming to work on a screenplay that like you're taking seriously. And it's like, working with clients is not, it's not easy. I mean, well, it is easy, but it's time consuming, let's say. It's not difficult for me to do, but it is definitely time consuming, extremely time consuming. But yeah, I mean, I've been working on, here's also why I haven't been making video essays like one at a time, is with the Practical Screenwriting Course 2.0, kind of the idea was that I was building all these video essays like together, like 10 of them all together, to kind of be like my definitive videos on story, and then I would like be done. But I don't know, let's see. It's just kind of like, it's also not to be, this might sound like I'm complaining, and I really do not like complaining or being in an energy of complaining, so I don't talk about stuff like this very much. But and I also don't like the whole energy of like, oh, it's the algorithm's fault or this other thing's fault for. But I think if you look at a lot of big YouTubers that started making videos like 5-6 years ago, right? 2018, 2019, kind of that time frame. If you look at a lot of them, they just aren't really getting views these days in the same way that they used to, right? Like, I put out a pretty decent amount of high quality videos. And I think if you look at a lot of people who had channels that blew up like 2019, 2020, you'll notice that they had, they'll have videos with hundreds of thousands of views or millions of views, this kind of thing. And then more recently, they're getting significantly lower view counts than that, right? Like, and that's kind of been the case for me. So it's like older videos, maybe they did, a couple 100,000 views or whatever. And then these days it's more like I'm averaging probably like 5 to 15,000 views on a video. There's also been a few kind of discouraging things that happened. So, there's been a few videos that I have put like extreme amount of time into just for them to do like not well at all. And I am a big believer in being like, okay, what did I do wrong here, right? Like, I don't want to be sitting around and blaming the algorithm and blah blah blah. But there is some truth to changes in the algorithm, like in the same way that TikTok has had major changes to its algorithm, especially this year it has had major changes to its algorithm. YouTube has had the same thing, although a bit more subtler. And also, like, I don't know if you watched, I think it's the second most recent video, maybe third most recent video on my channel, where I did that kind of Vice style documentary about that Panamanian director, because I worked on the screenplay with him and I went down to Panama to watch the film when it premiered. And I put a ton of time into making that video and really making it as strong as possible. And I think it's a really good video. But YouTube gave it a I don't want to say shadow ban, but it definitely stopped its reach, and it says so. Like, it tells me the video is limited because he's talking about COVID and he's talking about the pandemic and this sort of thing, and that's a touchy subject for YouTube. And so this video that, like, I think is really strong, and I put hours and hours and hours and hours into it to really make it cool, and like really show off his work and like all this cool BTS footage that they got, and like the fact that he literally made this movie, like, he really did a ton of great work. And then and then YouTube turns around and it's like, oh no, this video is only going to get like 1,500 views for its whole life because you're talking about COVID and some of these other things. And it's just like, man, like, it's so discouraging. It definitely is discouraging. And again, I'm very, very grateful for everything I've been able to build on YouTube, and I'm not complaining. But it definitely feels discouraging to do all of this work and then to, like back in the day, right, when I really had my blow up in the beginning, like, that's not going to happen twice, right? And like, if I really felt like the algorithm was in a space where I was like really regularly seeing even other creators get huge views and this kind of thing, off of similar video styles. But like the fact that everybody across the platform seems to have like gotten big 5 years ago and now their view counts are not the same. It's like, well, it's just tough to really be like, oh, I'm super excited to make another video that's not going to get any more views, So that's part of the reason I say, oh, like, who knows when videos will come out or whatever. Now, I like teaching, and I like making videos for you guys. Those of you who are going to, you know, actively look for my channel and find it and stuff. But man, it's like I'm always, I feel like it's always some kind of rat wheel, you know? Like, and if I even had a, like, if I was getting, if 1 out of every 5 or 6 videos that I was putting out was like getting above 80,000 views, then I'd be like, okay, that's cool. Like, I could work with that, but it really is pretty stinking low these days. And, you know, some of my videos have been different from the video essay style that got my channel big, and I understand that. And, you know, an audience has a particular desire for a particular style of content, and I understand that as well. But it's also like, man, like, I have 300,000 subs. I really wish those people were, like, being served my videos regularly and not having them being limited because of, you know, discussions about COVID or other things. So yeah. It's not changes in the algorithm, it's changes in the audience. Could be true. Audiences these days are so different to how they were in 2018, 2020. You just got to make content about what people want to see. It sounds like your community you're building around you wants to see a lot more from you, although I do agree with you about how view counts seem low across the platform. Yeah, well, I think also, you know, top creators get way more than they did 5 years ago. Optimization. Well, okay, this is the thing, Wondrian. The reason top creators get way more views is because there is a focusing in on who's sort of part of the gang and who's not. Right? Like, but whatever. I think also, you know, COVID and everybody being inside and like there was nothing for a lot of people to do but watch videos also contributed to that, you know? So it does make sense why everybody seemed to be on YouTube in 2020. Okay, here we go. Kind of V1 of the strange little home here. Let's do this. But, and also, I do genuinely believe it is some changes in the algorithm. Like, and again, like, I'm not a, let's blame everything on the algorithm because I'm not making good videos. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. Also, leaving Hollywood and everything, like leaving LA, I mean, and kind of having my whole awakening about what Hollywood actually does and what goes on and all of this. It's just a lot of factors into why, you know, why am I not pounding the dirt on new video essays all of the time? But yeah. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I'm just being honest. I get tired of YouTube. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it because without this, I would have to go work at some job. Well, I wouldn't. I would just be homeless. Once YouTube dries up, I'm just gonna be homeless. I'm not gonna go get a job. Fuck a job. When YouTube dries up, you catch me camping. Yeah, so it's interesting, Alex, that you say you could try some shorter essays. There's a quote that CoffeeZilla has. I think it's on his like second channel. He says, "If I had more time, I would have made a shorter video." And that is so true. It's easier to make a shorter video, or it's easier to make a longer video in certain ways. Like being super succinct with what you're trying to say is where difficulty is a lot of the time. So like every frame of paintings videos, he's putting an insane amount of hours into those videos. An insane amount of hours. Like if you hear him talk about it on his Patreon and stuff, he's putting like a stupid amount of hours into those videos, because to be succinct and simple and clear in a shorter time frame takes more effort, not less. It's actually easy to ramble on for half an hour. And there's a ton of videos on YouTube that are half an hour that could have been 10 minutes. Concision. That's a $20 word. Is that even a word? I know you mean like be concise. I didn't know concision. Concision. I don't know if that's a word, but I do know what you mean. Also, like, stuff in my life outside of YouTube kind of continues to get weird and strange, and like kind of the things I've realized about the nature of reality and all kinds of wild, and the nature of how our world works and like how our society works and these kinds of things also makes it to where I get this sense that I'm not gonna just be on YouTube for a billion years making video essays like it's 2019. But hey, who knows? Am I too far away for these to be smelting? Why are these still not done? Whatever. Seems to be pulling great views. So yeah, I think also part of it is there's been a lot. There's just so many reasons that you could point to as to why my viewers are lower now than they were before. The other thing is I have made different types of content. Like if you look at every frame of painting, you look at a lot of channels like that. Like the video content that they're putting out is super consistent, right? Like every frame of painting is always putting out video essays, but I haven't done that, right? Like I haven't only put out exactly video essays. I have shifted and changed and morphed my videos in many ways. Like sometimes it's been me talking to camera, sometimes it's been me with a whiteboard, sometimes it's been a traditional video essay. So, like, and so you could also say, well, that has created like an inconsistency with my audience, and there's some validity to that for sure. It's like, because if people don't know what to expect, they don't show up, and I get some of that. But also, again, it's like the purpose of my channel was not to just, like, as I have morphed and grown, the purpose of my channel was not just to be a video essayist. Like, it was to teach writing, and it was to create a business that was more than just, hey, here's my, here's a sponsorship, or here's a Patreon, or here's this sort of thing. Like, I wanted to do my course and then do coaching, and that sort of stuff really has been my focus. Like, YouTube really hasn't even been the 100% focus. Like, working with screenwriters, doing stuff that's not on YouTube directly, but it comes from YouTube, has been where a huge portion of my time has gone. So there's just a lot of factors in it. And yeah. lot of factors to it. But hey, I'm very happy. I'm happy with the channel I've built. I'm happy with all of you awesome people who come and hang out. I'm happy. I'm happy. But content, YouTube making videos, blah, 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 it can absolutely be its own rat wheel. You know, running a business is its own rat wheel. Like, everything seems to be like its own fucking rat wheel, dude. Also, like, I'll just be, like, honest with y'all. I made a really solid amount of money in, like, 2020, 2021, and into 2022. Like, I had a good amount of cash. And then end of 2022 into 2023, with, like, the top development stuff and some other things, like, I really... And... it was kind of the perfect storm of everything going wrong all at once. Like, you know, I had some crazy, awful stuff going on in my personal life, and top development went horribly, and Bitcoin had a crazy pullback, and I lost a ton of money with that, and, like, I gave a guy some money, and he screwed me and out of it, and then, you know, just kind of different. And then I was, like, paying for 2 apartments. It's just a whole big mess, dude. And so after all that, man, like, after 2023, I really got, like, my ambition for cash as it kind of waned. You know, I was like, I made a ton of money and then lost it all. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that is how it goes. So, like, hey, I mean, you know, maybe... I don't know, dude. I don't think I'm going to be making another 200 YouTube videos. It just doesn't really feel like what's going to happen. I can't give you any exact reason why I feel that way. I just feel a deep inner knowing that, like, I'm not going to spend the next 5 years making yet another 280 something YouTube videos. Like, I've kind of... And at a certain point, like, if you guys haven't learned by now... made some progress, and that's kind of really on you. I guess this grass is just not going to grow, is it? But what's good though is, like, you know, even I'm also happy that I lost all that money, in the sense that I learned so many good lessons, and man, I learned so many good lessons with top development, and, like, how over-promisers and liars speak, and I learned a ton of great lessons about investing and debt, and 2023 was the year of getting punched in the mouth over and over and over and over again, but all great lessons. And in a way, I kind of have infinite money, in a sense that, like, I don't have a bank account with 5 mil in it, but I have infinite money in the sense that I can always sell my own skills. Like, I can always find a coaching client, I can always sell a course, you know. So if I need to be making $1, I can do it. I can find a way, and I can do it without getting a job at McDonald's, you know. So man, like, in 2019, 2020, dude, I was so ambitious on YouTube. I was so ambitious to make internet money work. And I did it. I succeeded. And then kind of rolled back down the hill a little bit. And then kind of, like, looking back and be like, okay, well, do I really even care to run back up this hill? You know, I don't know. Okay, so we built it. It's done. That's the kind of first pocket of the underwater house, which is kind of cool. I think it is time to go to the Nether. Maybe find some blaze rods. And also see if I can find some soul sand, because I want to make this like an elevator rather than just like it is an elevator now, but I can make it faster with some soul sand, which is what I would like to do. So let's put everything we don't need up here. I totally understand the YouTube views thing. Your videos, in my opinion, are extremely important to the future of filmmaking all over the world. They're super important to me. Thank you, EQ. And I believe that to be true as well. Like, I think I have done real, serious, important work on this channel. And, you know, it's like I've had editors at certain times, which has been good. So I haven't edited every single video on the channel, which has been good, because I don't like editing. I'll do it, and I'm good at it, but I don't prefer it. But yeah, like, I've made a lot of really beneficial stuff, and I'm very happy with the volume of work that I've been able to put out. And so then it's like, yeah, like, how, you know, I don't want, like, I'm not a dancing monkey. It's like, at what point am I, you know, dancing for the dollar? It's like I dance for money, dance, you know, like, and in certain ways it's been super good, because I have just, I mean, I'm a freaking, my brain now, doing all of this work, I've just become superhuman in certain ways. Like, doing all of the, like, speaking so much, communicating with clients, having to explain very intense, heady concepts in a way that makes sense, and all of this, like, I've done a lot of good work, and I'm very happy with the skills that I have built. So again, I'm not complaining about anything that has happened. Everything that's happened to me has worked out, has taught me something, has been of extreme benefit to me, has shown me a way, has led me down a particular path. I'm super grateful for my life. I'm grateful for where I am. So, no complaints. Do I want to make YouTube videos for the rest of my life? No. Do I want to live where I'm living for the rest of my life? No. But there's a time, right? There are times and seasons. And, you know, sometimes the cash is rolling in, sometimes it's not. Sometimes the views are rolling in, sometimes it's not, right? The energy of money and attention ebbs and flows, right? It's just like, negative 351. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the chat for myself. 351. It's just like, you know, attention ebbs and flows, right? Like, it's not, attention ebbs and flows, money ebbs and flows. It's like a, you know, it's watery. And just like what Wondrian was saying about people's attention, or like, you know, YouTube now versus YouTube in 2020. You know, it's just a different environment. So there, you know, when people talk about like catching a wave, for example, right? Like, I caught a wave, which was awesome. And I was in the right place in the right time, doing the right stuff, and I caught a wave, bro. So, you know, you gotta be happy for the waves when they come in, but to assume that YouTube views, or, you know, money coming into a business is like perfectly steady, that's such a salary mentality, right? Like, it comes from a world of where, like, somebody gives you a paycheck regularly, and that's just not how real life works. And so when you expose yourself to the ebbs and flow of real life, like, you know, like having to get views, or running a business yourself, where you don't have somebody handing you a paycheck every month, then you're going to feel some exposure to the pullbacks, right? And I think that was also, you know, as a, when things kind of pulled back for me, it gave me a lot of lessons about how it feels and how things can, things come in and then they pull back. And then have you prepared yourself for pullbacks? Have you prepared yourself, or are you just waiting to get crushed? Right? And I thought I had done a decent job to set myself up, but in certain ways. But then it's like there's always just stuff that you don't see, and you have to learn lessons. And I'm very happy that I have sped run a lot of lessons. Like in the sense of, sometimes people, like investors. Let's say you want to invest. And it might take you 5 years, 10 years to learn certain investment lessons and investment strategies and blah, blah, blah. But I invested all in super hard in Bitcoin and like watched it rise super fast and then watched it pull back hard. And that was great because I didn't have to wait 10 years to learn how some of this stuff worked. Like, I got it in a way shorter period of time, right? I got this kind of, I sped run it in a way, and like being able to speed run through mistakes is super helpful because you're going to make mistakes. It's better to make them fast and to just throw yourself into the fire rather than taking 5 years to learn a lesson that you could have learned faster if you just pushed with all your might towards what you went at. And also it kind of freed me from even like I don't know, like nothing freed me. I thought making a lot of money was gonna free me financially, like free my mind and make me feel like I could do whatever. And I felt like I felt that way when I had made a ton of money, but when it all pulled back on me, like and then I realized like, oh wait, this entire time it was just numbers on a screen. All right, like my life, it definitely changed a little bit, but like big picture, it didn't really change that much. And honestly, I should have spent way more money, dude. Like way more money. I was being too frugal. Like I spent some money, but I should have spent way more money. Because screw it, like the present is all that exists. Like I don't even believe in investing anymore. I don't invest in anything except myself. So, yeah. So yeah, it was like so freeing because it was like, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. And what got me through all of it at the end of the day was my own mental resilience and the skill sets that I had built. And so every punch in the mouth, every painful, frustrating experience that I've gone through, especially through 2023, I only get stronger. I only get more powerful every time. So, yeah. And like, sometimes people, like, success can be its own shackles in a certain way, where like, if you attach yourself to money and then, you live, then you live for the money in a certain way, right? Where you're like, if you never watch it get ripped away from you, then you cling to money, right? As if it really matters. But what matters really is people and relationships and skills. People and relationships and skills is what has helped me survive. Money comes and goes. Why is it so hard for me to find some soul sand out here? How's my handle on the dark side of Hollywood? What do you mean? Okay, what the... Guys, oh my... Okay. No, 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 no. Also, like, yeah, all kinds of stupid stuff, like all kinds of stupid status games and stuff. Like, I bought this stupid car in LA, and then I got it repossessed and everything. So I just sped run all these lessons, you know. Getting my car repoed was hilarious. That was a ton of fun. You know what's funny is, like, I had to call them to repo my car. Like, they didn't even know where I lived. I had to call them, and I was like, they never would have found me if I never would have called them. I could have just kept this car forever. So funny. Oh man. Get a skimble. So yeah, you know, I would say moral of that story is speedrun lessons. Like, people, you know, people give Andrew Tate all kinds of flack, and you know, he's not a good guy. Like, he's definitely a scammer and a liar and these kinds of things. But there's also some very valuable truths that he has given to me, and I was like, yeah, I knew about him. I knew about him before he was cool, but like unironically. But like, he's a big believer in this kind of stuff. Like, you know, if you like make more money, like, stop thinking about clinging so desperately to cash or whatever. You know, he's all about, like, fuck the money, make more, and I believe in that for sure. Like, and you know, and it's like, at the end of the day, it's not about money, and it's not about, you know, it's about you. It's about your mental and physical and emotional resilience to things, and it's about your skill set, and it's about your ability to know what a liar looks like, and know what an overpromiser looks like, and it's about your ability to work in a team, and your ability to, you know, do all of that. Like, so, yeah. I don't know. Why is it so difficult to traverse the Nether these days? Like, it's like such a pain. All I'm trying to do is find some soul sand. I'm walking 1 billion miles, can't go anywhere. Maybe I can go up there. And kind of like what I was talking about with Jonathan last time, about, like, do something, you know, like, God, get away from me. You know, people don't do anything. People are really so scared of everything all the time. And here's the thing, all of the lessons I learned have freed me from my fears more than anything. And that's the most important thing to me. I do not want to live in fear. And so if I need to get punched in the mouth really hard to learn a tough lesson and realize that, oh wait, that actually wasn't that bad, you know, then good. Because I don't want my fears to control me. I don't want me worrying about worst case scenarios to stop me from going after something, or to stop me from swinging for the fences, or to stop me from saying, fuck it, I'm doing this. And there's even stuff that I really haven't discussed with you all at all about my life that is not business related. Of just like some horrible stuff that I've gone through also in kind of 2023. That has just made me so, it just makes me stronger and stronger and stronger. And people try to freaking get to me, dude. But they can't. I am unbeatable. And I know how to play the long game, you know? I know how to play the long game. Get away! Yeah, it's just so difficult to run around here. And I think I just ran in a big circle, too. Okay. I wish I had, like, a saddle, and then I could get on one of those things and then go from there. Awesome, Alex. Yeah. Thanks for asking. Good question. You know what I love about making videos, and what I love about business is that, like, it is binary. You either succeed or you fail, right? Like, either the video did well or it did not, right? You engaged with your audience or it did not, or you know, you sold your product or you did not, or you made the sale or you did not, right? Like, it is binary, and that binary forces you to think with a level of sharpness and with a level of clarity that you do not get when you are a salaried employee most of the time, in the sense of, if you are not feeling the pain of what happens if you fail, if you are insulated from your failure, then you are not putting 100% of your energy into making sure this works, because you are insulated from your failure, because it doesn't matter. If it matters, if there are stakes, if you might not eat because your business is going under, well, you got to figure it out. And nobody's going to come and say, oh, here's just money for no reason. You have to go and get it. So, I am very thankful for all of the tough lessons I've gone through, and I'm sure there will be more in the future. I feel like I'm meeting a celebrity. Did you ever try other forms of literature like novels, poems, songwriting? Oh, what's up, Wormy? What's up, Theophilus? Yeah, so like when I was younger, like a kid, I wanted to be a novelist, and I like wrote a little bit then, you know, like little books and things. Nothing that I still have, but I wanted to be a novelist at first. Like I've always been focused on the writing more than anything. You know, I know a lot of people come into like the video essay space from like a film or cinematography sort of background, right? They're like in love with cameras, and so they want to, you know, make movies because of that. But I've always come from the writing side first and foremost. Like, again, I don't even love editing. I like to write. I think the writing has always been the coolest part to me. So, and that's also why I really think my channel did well when I focused on the writing, right? Because initially I wasn't just focusing on writing. Like the first couple of years of my channel was more broad video essays. And then I really focused in on the writing, and that is when things really changed for me. And also I had a lot more to say about the writing since I had like been a script reader at that point and kind of helped with that shift. So, man, it is just a maze trying to walk around here. I miss the old Nether. Let's just. Why are all of y'all upset at me? I hate the Nether, dude. Sucks in here. I just want one block of soul sand. Like, my God. Ah! Yeah, die in hell. Also, I guess I'm not. I can drop some deep lore on y'all. I have a son, and it's quite a frustrating and complicated and obnoxious situation with all of that. I had a son with someone I definitely should not have, and that has definitely been part of my. It was part of my. Definitely part of my world of problems. But hey, those life lessons, dude. I wanted to be, you know, speed running those lessons. You know, I also think like sometimes people stay with. I've noticed that a lot. Like people stay in relationships, you know, with people that they shouldn't be in for like years and years and years and years and years, and there's no movement at all. Like they just stay, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend forever and ever and ever, and there's no movement because, you know, no decision needs to be made. But when I got a girl pregnant, it really, like, it, you know, again, I was speed running everything, dude. Like, it was, Yeah, and so, you know, and then I was separated from my child because I was falsely accused of some things. And, yeah, that's... So, yeah, 2023, definitely a bit of a doozy for me. And I haven't been able to see my son in forever because he's being withheld from me. hey, you know, sometimes things go poorly. And you just gotta freaking take it on the chin and keep moving. Figure out what you did wrong, take the lesson, and go forward. And the lesson there was like, hey, don't have frivolous relationships with people that you shouldn't be with. Or you might end up in a bigger world of hurt than you ever realized you would be in. And you end up hurting them and you and causing all types of long-term drama and problems. So, thanks, bro. Yeah, the court system is a bunch of BS, dude. I don't trust the courts. I don't trust the police. I don't trust nobody, dude. It's me and God out here, bro. It is me and God out here. Nobody else. Nobody. Yeah. Nobody's on my wavelength these days, dude. Just me. As Kendrick Lamar says, fuck everybody that's on my body. My blick first, then God got me. I watch him pander with the backhanded compliments. Just kind of hoping this tunnel sends me out somewhere. Whoops. Are you a Seventh-day Adventist, Theophilus? Oh, so it's Sunday in Australia? Got it. Alright, what I'm gonna do is just like do some sort of bridge. I'm gonna find a lava lake somewhere. No, go away, guys. They really don't give up, do they? Yeah, he's making a joke, Theophilus. Don't. My blick first. God got me. Yeah, it was really weird, like, you know, people are like, Tyler, why are you a crazy flat earther and all of this, it's like I literally felt like I left all of society in 2023, bro. I just sort of, like I said, all of it just kind of, all at once, it all just freaking, everything happened. But hey, great lessons. Now I know. Now I know. Now I know many, many things that I otherwise would not have. And I'm a big believer in going all the way in a direction or not. You know, choose, right? Choices. It's what matters. Like, and so, like now I don't ever want to have debt ever again because of stuff that happened to me in 2023. I never want to have I don't want to have business partners because of what happened in 2023. I'm not going to do long-term investing because of what happened in 2023. Like, all these awesome lessons I learned that really sucked when they were happening, but that's how it goes. And, you know, sometimes you freaking pull sometimes you freaking pull the blankets over your head, cry it out, and fucking get up and keep moving. Oh, here we go. This is good. Those guys hurt. Those guys hurt like a bitch. No, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. No, 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 no! Okay. Yeah. Woo! All right. Anyways, where were we? My Blake first. The God. Well, actually, I don't believe in using. Whoever lives by the sword dies by the sword. So I don't use guns or. But you know, you don't need weapon. You don't need that. Goku doesn't use guns. He doesn't need to. No. Okay. Woo, those guys hurt like a. How long have I been playing Minecraft? Dude, I've been playing this game since alpha. I've been playing this game since before you were born. Could I get some soul sand around here? Like, that would be awesome. Look how bad he hurts, bro. Okay, here we go. Here's some soul sand. Okay. Alright, I'm not fighting these guys. Don't die. Yeah. But you mentioned like gut punches, like, you know, a lot of actually getting what you want, a lot of expanding yourself and your world and all of this is like, how many gut punches can you take and still keep moving? You know, and how many gut punches can you take and still not, and not let that negative self-talk come in and bring you down, right? You must You must be able to, you must know how to stand on your own. You have to. You have to be able to you really have to know how to thug it out, like for real. That's what it's what it comes down to. And if you can take gut punches and still go after what you want and still go hard and still keep moving, still keep pushing, like that's how you win. Ah. You know? So, I'm thankful for every gut punch I've taken because it has built me into who I am now. And a lot of people, they turn away when things get hard. They get scared when things get hard. They run home to mommy and daddy when things get hard. You know? They look for someone to tell them what to do when things get hard. But that's not really how, it's not how you win. Well, we got the soul soil. Wait, this is this? Wondrian, I'm glad you're back. Do I need soul soil to create like a waterfall elevator, like to shoot me up, or do I need soul sand? Because I thought I needed soul sand, but maybe is it a different block? Because I don't remember. You. I need soul sand. Okay. Then the hunt continues. Man, it is chilly in my house. Let me be right back. Ooh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's go. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna get stack of 64 soul sand, and then I'm out of here. $62, 3, 4. Okay. Now I need to get back to 351, negative 351, negative 41. Okay. So it's going to be that way. Got it. All right. It's so creepy, the whispers that you hear in the Nether. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but like, or if you just, you know, played Minecraft, but it's so creepy. I really want to stick around and like explore this whole thing, but I'm also worried that, you know, I'm gonna get killed and I'm gonna be angry and then it's gonna ruin the whole vibe, and you know, that's not who I want to be today. I want to keep it good, happy vibes as I talk about all my problems. No. Watch them pander with the backhanded compliments. Put their head on a Cuban link as a monument. I paid homage and I always mind my business. I made the bam 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 bam. I never lost who I am for a rap image. It's motivation if you wonder how I did it. What did y'all think of that new Kendrick album? Going up your rank. Know you a god even when they say you ain't. Keep your feelings out the way. Never let no one put smut upon your name. Keep your head down and work like that. Maybe fight the dragon. No dragon's gonna be fought today. You don't listen to him? Regardless of everything discussed with your channel, is your goal still to be a writer, director, and make films? I want to make one single movie, which is the Good Cult. I would like to make that one single movie, and then from there, who knows? But I talked about this a little bit in the last stream. I don't really think in terms of career anymore. Like, I don't want to have a career. I want to do whatever I want to do all the time. That's what I want my career to be, and I would like to make a movie, so I would prefer to have specific goals rather than say, I want to be this occupation for my whole life. I don't want to be a set occupation my whole life. Who knows what I'm going to do? Life is very long. If there's anything I've learned recently, it's that life is actually super stinking long if you're going hard and doing things and trying things and going after things and not living in fear. Then your life can be full of all sorts of fun stuff and have all kinds of twists and turns that you know. So, I'm a life liver, first and foremost. My goal is definitely not to work with Hollywood. That's for sure. Okay, so then I need to be... Okay, 41, so I need to go, which way? That way, okay. Cool. That is actually nice. Yeah, it's like, you know, I think doing YouTube, doing internet business, being in this world, I've been in the internet money world since 2018. I've been making YouTube videos since 2016, and these things have really not only given me a freedom of time in my real life, because I've built a business that sustained me, and I've built a YouTube channel and all of this, but it also gave me a sort of a freedom of this mentality where like my brain is not connected to this sort of traditional sense of, oh, everybody has to do this career and go to this office and do this blah blah blah. Like, you know, if that's your vibe, then more power to you. But the internet, you know, like people traveling the world, you know, making money off their laptop. Like I've been following guys like that for years and years, and so I've just been in that kind of mentality of like, hey, like if you prioritize your freedom, you prioritize like, you know, your heart's desire, you prioritize what you want to really go after, then, you know, you can just do that. And like if you're not in fear, I think so many people live in fear of like, what happens if I don't have a paycheck this month? It's like, you know, it's not as bad as you might think. And I have had times, especially in 2023, when top development failed and I was paying 2 rents at the same time, because I was paying for where my son was living and I was paying for where I was living. I went like super broke, and I got my landlord up my ass screaming at me and all this stuff, and I'm like, you know, all these payments behind on my stupid car, and you know, and like in the moment you're like, oh, it's so, you know, it freaks me out, blah blah blah, but then I'm like, oh wait, actually none of this is really that bad. And you know, once you, it's all it is just conquering your own fear and anxiety, right? At the end of the day, it's like, as long as you remain calm, everything is fine. And also, like, no lie, I'm kind of at a point now where, like, I would legit just camp in the woods before I, you know, went and slaved at some job that I thought was stupid. And I'm not saying, you know, and I understand, you know, if you want to work a job and blah, 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 like, that's your priority, that's your prerogative. Or if you're like, oh, well, I can't because of XYZ, then sure, that's your limiting belief that keeps you in that job. I get that. But, like, I don't care, dude. I'll go be homeless before I saddle myself up to some sort of job that I despise. I can get a tent, find somewhere in the woods. I know how to make a fire, so it'll be fine. And it doesn't get that cold in Tennessee, so, you know, it'd be all good. Oh, yeah, it should be right around here. The portal should be right around here somewhere. There it is. Yes. Problem went. Tyler the Revenant. Yo, get out of here. I'm trying to leave. What's my most important purpose right now? My most important purpose right now is feeling the energy around me, tapping into the etheric energy around me that is present at all times, tapping into my body, tapping into the present moment. Like, genuinely, that's like, it's like the priority. Because, like, you know, that's the part of the reason I went all flat earth and blah blah blah, is like I have awakened to the reality of the spiritual energy that surrounds all things, like the Force. Not even like the Force, like the Force, you know. Well, the Force is what gives the Jedi its power. So Yeah. Like, I'm kind of just trying to live day by day right now, honestly. Not trying to overcomplicate things. Trying to stay in a state of peace. Not let my fears boil up inside. Okay. We got our soul sand, which is excellent. Okay. The problem would be zoning laws. No, the problem is nothing. You can, dude, you go out in the woods. If you go out just a little bit, nobody's going to find you, dude. There's so much. And also, I wouldn't even have to live outside. I would just, dude, there's so many abandoned houses everywhere. I could just, you know, chill in somebody's house. I'm not going to do this, you know, that's not the plan. The plan is to do what I'm already doing, which is just, you know, keep my rent paid and keep living. But the point is, I'm no longer selling my soul for $1. That's the point, and I don't think you should either. What? I need kelp to make my water elevator? I guess I can go find some. Shouldn't be that hard, right? Where's my boat? Time to go get some kelp. Okay. Okay. We're on the hunt for kelp. This is kelp right here, right? In it. Yeah. So, do I plant it? How does it work? Is it just water in the cup? Yeah, it's like half lemonade, half melted ice. By the way, is it just me, or does anybody else feel like they haven't had a good meal in like a million years? I literally can't remember the last time I was like, oh wow, that meal was good. Like I eat mediocre food constantly. I just nothing but mediocre food. You pillar it up all through the water. I don't think I need to do that, but we'll see. I live with my parents, so no. I can't remember what I asked. Oh, yeah, so you get good food cooked for you? I see. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, like, you know, like, if I don't know. For a little while, I went, like, no meat hardcore. And honestly, I felt so good for so long when I did that. But it was hard to keep up. Because I don't know what to eat, you know? It's like all fast food is disgusting for you. It's like terrible for you, and it doesn't even taste any good. And then, I don't know, like, you know, I can cook some stuff. I'm not incompetent, but I don't ever get in the actual habit of cooking. You know, like, I'll cook for a little bit and then I will just stop. Because I just don't be cooking like that. You know? I don't know. Especially like I feel like it's been, especially the last couple of weeks or whatever. I don't know why. I just like, suddenly everything is gross. I can't like to eat anything. Okay. So let's do this. Let's clean this up a bit. See if we can. The only thing you cooking are screenplays. Okay, so do I plant this on dirt? Well, actually, hold on, no. Let me do this. Soul sand. Okay, so it doesn't work. So I'm supposed to put this on it? Yeah, today seems like a water day, doesn't it? It's a water day for some reason. So how is this supposed to work? I plant it there, but isn't it supposed to bubble? Like, it's supposed to do the opposite of what the magma does, right? Like, magma brings you down. Ooh, I got some raiders. And then I thought soul sand was just supposed to shoot you up in the bubbles, but why isn't it bubbling? Oh, I gotta place it all the way? What? But this is not what I want. Okay, I'm gonna try this, but this doesn't make any sense literally at all to me. It's supposed to, did they just switch it? I thought it's supposed to just shoot bubbles up. Does it not do that? Oh, it has to be all source blocks and that, oh, okay. Right. And that's the purpose of the kelp. The kelp makes it all source blocks. Okay. And yeah, I should have gotten more. Okay, but we're here now. Okay, we're here. I get it. I'm gonna kill these guys too. Whoops. Pew. Pew. There's one more somewhere. I'm not sure where he went. What's that? Ominous bottle. You were talking about the system and the dollar. What do you think about the Luigi Mangione case? I think it is a media show. It's not real. It's a media show. Like, I mean, clearly that guy somebody shot that guy. Somebody shot that CEO. But all this stuff, it's a media circus. It's a media show. Like, it literally just exists so that you are all talking about it. It's Hollywood. It is literally Hollywood. The media, non-fiction news media is literally as fictional as Hollywood. It's done by the same people. Like, this is why it's like, I don't think about my career because we live by wizards who are lying to us all the time. So good question. Glad you asked. Yeah, total absolute sham. Total absolute sham. I don't even think, so probably, I think what's really happening is somebody shot that guy, whether it was planned for him to be shot by, like, I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but I don't think that this Luigi Mangione person, all of that is a media circus. They got this, like, attractive dude that's, like, you know, from this family, blah, blah, blah. It's just so obviously a media show, bro. It is literally fiction. They are lying. It's just about what do they put in front of your eyeballs. It's just to keep your attention on this stupid thing and waste your time. That's the only reason for it. This is like, that's the real Hollywood. Like, like, everybody thinks, oh yeah, like, Hollywood just makes fictional movies. Nope. They make all kinds of stuff. Okay, so the bottle, do I have to drink this to get Bad Omen? Because I could start the raid. Because there's a village right there. Let me see if I have to. Okay. Okay. So yeah, now I can. Let me do this first, and then I'll go do all that. The only difference between Hollywood and the news is that the writers and CGI has more budget. Facts. Facts. Yeah. Same with the Trump assassination. I know there's probably some Trumpers who don't want to hear about that, but like, dude, first, Trump is a Satanist in the game. And two, that was a media show. Dude, do you realize that the first Trump rally, so CNN back in 2016 said that they would never show a Trump rally again because he was a threat to democracy and all this blah, 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 blah. And then the first Trump rally that CNN is streaming for the first time since 2016 just so happens to be the one that he gets shot at? What? It's all a big show. It's all a big scam. Doesn't matter who the president is. It just doesn't matter. So this is, again, it's like, what is my career? Bro, I don't even know. It's like, I'm living day by day in a world of great deceivers and liars. I don't know what my life is going to look like a month from now. Oh, okay, I see it. Well, okay. I don't want it to be. What? Okay, whatever. Ah, okay. Okay, cool. Cool. So what we'll do is. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Cool. Now, I like that it's 3 wide. I don't want it to be wider than that, though. That's the problem. If it's a source block, it can only be this middle one, right? All right. Now we got the elevator. Yeah! Let's go! Awesome. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait, but I also want to... Okay, what if I do like a... All right. Let's continue. Let's continue shaping this up here. So if it's a show, how are they going to end this story? Imprisoning him or freeing him? Would it be the best? Or for their interests? So are you talking about with this guy? I have no idea how they're going to end it. But the purpose isn't to end it. The purpose is to drag it out as long as possible so that boomers watching Fox News are glued to their television screen for a billion years watching nothing. That's the purpose. So I have no idea how it might end. Right, so now, the issue with the waterfall is that it makes it difficult to jump. So I need a place to jump, and then I probably should close this in and just make it one block. No. Okay. It's a big club and you ain't in it. That is correct. And also, it's funny that George Carlin is saying that because he was in the club. How do you think he got to be who he was? By being in the club. Is there a zombie in my tower? It's not allowed. I'm trying to see if I can reshape this water around this new... Okay. So where is this coming from? Oh, okay. No, this dropping. Perfect. Perfect. What was the point of faking that Luigi Mangione did it? To put something on the news that everybody talks about. That's the purpose. The purpose is to give everybody something to talk about that is useless and doesn't matter. Instead of us talking about, I don't know, how the fact that TikTok in like April of this year was like all these people talking about like all these quote-unquote conspiracies and like all this truth about what's really going on, and people talking about flat earth and people talking about like the energetic realities of our realm and all of this. Like they don't want us talking about that. They want us talking about nothing. So the purpose is to get us talking about nothing. They want us discussing things that do not matter rather than talking about things that do matter. And that is the purpose of Mr. Mangione. Okay, so it's just not gonna... Okay. Okay. Alright. It's not gonna let me It's not gonna let me do that, is it? It's just gonna be. Got it. Well, okay. Whatever then. You know, there's a surprising amount of value in people discussing things that don't matter. Put signs in front to stop the water from flowing. Could. Well, either way, I'm very happy that we have our elevator at last. Something I wanted for a very long time, and now we have it. Also, it's just so funny. Like, the traditional media is so hilarious and out of touch. Like, it's so funny that they're talking about him going to the McDonald's and everything. Like, they literally can't stop advertising ever. They literally can't stop advertising. They're like, okay, we're going to do this whole big fake thing about this guy who shot this healthcare CEO. But we have to make sure that we keep marketing chicken nuggets. It's just all tiresome. It's all so tiresome. Man, I remember old Twitter. I'm not on Twitter anymore because Elon is a Satanist, but back when Jack was running Twitter and everything was awesome, like, man, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. It's like Twitter, it was internet business, it was people dunking on the false news narratives, it was the frogs versus the Twitter blue checks. What a time to be alive. Oh man. So good. I remember the blue check journalist brigade versus the Twitter frogs. Man. You know, Trump was always part of the game, in the sense that, like, you know, a lot of right-wingers really thought like that Trump was different, you know, like that Trump was like this man of the people and this kind of thing. And I definitely thought some of that as well for a little while. But that's just not the case. But man, when people really believe that, like the 2016 to 2020 Trump presidency, man, with Jack's Twitter too, and Jack's HR women trying to ban everybody and them just making accounts immediately and everything, like what a time to be alive. Because you see now it's Elon's, like, Elon came in to create the confusion. He came in to blur the lines between what was the true, let's say, whatever you want to call it, the alt-right or whatever, right? What was the true freedom fighters, let's say, versus what was the shills. And Elon's purpose was to confuse that, right? To make it so that you could not tell shill from freedom fighter once again. And he has done a very good job. But yeah, I mean, all of these, there's nobody to be trusted. Nobody can be trusted. Not Trump, not Elon, not Tate, none of these people. Yeah, Theophilus, I talked. You should check out the new episodes of the Writer's Mind podcast if you want to hear more about my beliefs on the shape of our Earth. Well, this still looks like a mess, which is not what I wanted. But it is functional. Well, yeah, definitely not. Look, I understand the extreme vitriol against Tate, but Tate is way more nuanced and important than most people give him credit for. I have a lot of opinions on Tate. I was also in the war room, so I have a very long form opinion on Tate. No, Tate is not some savior. You know, yes, Tate is scammy. Yes, he lies. All of this. But there's also, I don't know. Tate did something that nobody else has ever done, which was he actually used the internet to go all the way to the top, in the sense of he went from a single digit, like a 7-figure millionaire in Romania pimping hoes on webcam, to the most insane TikTok run and rise of fame of all time. And the way that he did it, like all of these people, everybody you know, they're essentially all, I mean, all the pre-internet people especially, they are placed, right? If they are part of the traditional media machine, they are placements. They are not organic stars. None of them. But Tate really is different. Tate really did go, and also Tate had, like, when Tate talks of war and Tate talks of some of the masculine realities, like Tate the philosopher, he has much. There are many things of value he has to say. So, like, I understand the Tate slander. And I understand why everybody, likes to dunk. But you weren't there. And also, y'all really haven't listened to him in any sort of serious manner, right? Because all of your exposure to him has been through, the gays dunking on him through the media machine or whatever, or these different things. Like, Tate is a very unique figure. You know what? Maybe I'll move that from there to kind of over here, and then I can use that as my place to jump. No, I was trying to NLG. I will. So yeah. Like, I've listened to a lot of what Tate has said. And it's not all bad. And especially, here's the thing too. Okay, I'm glad I remember this when we're talking about Tate. Because Tate doesn't believe 70% of radical things he said. He's obviously not going to back down. Incorrect. Tate believes what he is saying. Yeah, don't think Tate doesn't believe. That's another narrative to make that, and also that he has played into, because he has also lost frame in the sense of now he has bowed to the wishes of, well, to a lot of people, but I don't want to get into all of that. But y'all weren't there with Tate and COVID. Like, the Tate COVID stuff, Tate talking about the global system, Tate talking about the elites. Like, this is the thing. When Tate went mainstream, the big media push against him was all about how he was a human trafficker and how he was, like, you know, pimping hoes and doing all this stuff. And, like, yeah, like, he's definitely putting girls on webcam, for sure. And he's definitely, like, fugazing them and all of this. And I'm not excusing any of that. What I'm also saying is that he has a very powerful voice. He has a very powerful way of speaking. And he has a very crisp mind. And a lot of what he said about the pandemics, about the lockdowns, about what was actually going on, all of this, absolutely on point. Absolutely on point. And he was doing it from the internet, from the, like, internet money context, right? Which was the world that I was in. Especially at that time. And so, you know, like, Tate was not suppressed and put into his place because he put some girls on webcam. Tate was suppressed and put into his place because of what he said about the elites and how he made fun of them and how he saw through the Matrix. You know, like, people make fun of, like, oh, Tate in the Matrix, Tate in the Matrix. You guys should actually listen to what he says about that stuff, because he's 100% correct. And then the media pushed, they focused in heavily on how he, you know, was putting girls on webcam and this kind of thing. And I understand, and then, yeah, everybody ate it up, right? Because they wanted him to fall. They didn't want to see him be successful. But there's a reason that he became so massive, and it wasn't just because he did a big marketing push. It was because he was actually resonating with the masculine youth, especially, like, Tate was literally the antidote of this whole sort of massive and intense feminism, you know, gay, this whole sort of energy of anti-masculine energy. Like, all of that sort of centered around him, and he then became this sort of anti-symbol, right, of all of that stuff. But I think where he kind of got tripped up was that he saw the wrong enemy at the end of the day, right? Like, I think, you know, like, you know, he saw cancel culture as the enemy, not, and, like, you know, he saw the you know, the journos on Twitter, or the gays on Twitter, or the yes queens on Twitter as, like, the real enemy, and they aren't, right? The real enemy was the people who eventually came to him and said, hey, you know, we're going to jail you, and if you don't stop talking about this stuff, we'll, you know, I am absolutely sure his family was seriously threatened. But that's stuff that will never be discussed publicly, or at least not now, because it's all hush hush, right? Because Tate was kind of pushing against the feminists and this kind of thing, right? The yes queeners, but really he ended up getting caught up against the big narrative, which was, you know, the elite narrative, right? Because the elite narrative was pushing all of this, you know, this kind of feminist era, BLM era, anti-Trump era stuff. And so, like, even like his, you know, that speech of his, you know, the whole, like, you know, the one that, like, went viral on TikTok, like, imagine shooting a man with your last bullet and he stands there unfazed, right? That came from him getting canceled. And in that speech, he's talking about, you know, being canceled by cancel culture, but he's still talking about, like, the Twitter people. He wasn't talking to, like, the elites, the people that were really coming to cancel him, the people that were really coming to threaten him and really show him their power. Like, that's and then they ended up coming later, you know, and kind of why he got jailed and all of that. But yeah, Tate is not as black and white as everybody wants to portray him. And yeah, now they have a little bit of power. They can cancel you. That's what they can do. They can come along and cancel you. And everyone they canceled so far ended up canceled. So they thought they could cancel the top G. He's talking to, you know, the femboys on Twitter. He wasn't talking to the elites at that time. And I think that was the miscalculation was that his enemy was, you know, Twitter gays and feminists, not the true elite, magician, wizards, evil dogs that run our society. But they made themselves known, and that's why now he's just another, you know, crypto pumper boy, because now he is tied up, right? He's tied up in legal situation. He's also, you know, for all this talk about having multiple wives and how cool that is and blah blah blah, it doesn't actually help if you're at war, right? Having all these women becomes a liability. Because now it is, if you have multiple children with multiple women, now you are exposed. Your kingdom is not as tight as it could be. But he is still alive, and his brother is still with him. And I do not think we have seen the last of Tate. I'll just say that. Okay, successful water elevator and jump spot. I could actually make this, actually one is just fine. My problem with Tate is that the masculinity he espouses is not masculinity. That's a super broad statement. I would say in certain ways I agree with you, and in certain ways I do not, right? A lot of what Tate talks about in regards to masculinity is right on point. But again, I don't think it's good to be a man whore. I don't think you gain power by sleeping with thousands of women. I think that it destructs your soul just like it does the soul of a woman. I think the idea that it doesn't affect men if they sleep with, okay, I need to make that bigger. Like, it doesn't affect men if they sleep with multiple women all the time and all of this. It's like, that's not true. Like, it has an impact on your soul, absolutely. Like, it's, you know, so. And I think that's clear kind of with Tate, right? I think Tate is not this, like, bastion of goodness, let's say. At all. He's a very complicated figure, and there's a lot of darkness in him and around him. But that also doesn't mean that he is unable to make a good point. And he definitely has made some good points. It's sad now that, like, now is literally the worst. Like, he I don't know. It's just, he's now been subjugated, and that's, for, call it what you want, whether that's sort of karmic retribution or whatever, like, he has now been put in his position. By some quite powerful people. Okay, that should work. Cool. I don't even think I need this whole thing. Maybe I take it down. But yeah, to me, it is very funny to watch, you know, the femboys or the gays or these kinds of people, like, mock Tate, you know, incessantly. It's like, you know, it's like y'all are nobodies. You have done nothing. You have built nothing. The reason Tate became a problem was because he was something and had built something. and he was actually outside of the game. Like, he really thought he was king, and that was cool. Like, nobody was above him. And like, can he be scammy? Or was he lying to women and putting them on webcam? 100%. He says so in podcasts. Am I excusing that behavior? No. But and so yeah, like, he's done a lot of darkness, for sure. But that does not totally discount the value of what he has said, and he has been quite a value to me in my life. Actually, pretty crazy. I was talking about earlier, kind of having a child with someone I should not have. Or I guess should not have is a kind of a weird word, but yeah, I'll just say should not have. And I'm not gonna go into a ton of detail, but Tate was involved in that situation, not directly, but like wildly close. He was like, yeah. But anyways, I've been around on the internet. I've been around and this is the thing too, is like, this why I like Trump and Kanye, or I guess not like, but it's why I have followed closely figures like Trump and Kanye and these kinds of people. It's not because I'm like the world's biggest misogynist, but it is because I am fascinated and interested by masculine figures, and by people who stand on their own, and people who know how to make decisions, and people who do not wait for some other authority figure to tell them what to do. And that's, and I really, Kanye was the only true one of that, and that's why he died. That's why he got killed. But anyways, this is just a chill Minecraft stream. And these days, there's not a single one of these left-wingers that I even remotely have respect for. Not even remotely. All these weirdos. Nothing but weirdos, all of them. And so it's like, listen, it's slim pickings out here for the people who are men who are really making serious high-level moves in a sort of public setting, in a way where I'm able to see what they're doing and this sort of thing, like Tate and Kanye. So yeah, all that to say, my view is significantly more nuanced than the current dominant one. And really, like, Tate really was trying to be, genuinely, he was trying to be a genuine figure of masculinity for men. Was he flawed in some of that? Maybe. Was his ideas perfectly and completely correct? Has he done evil? It's like, we can say all of this, yes. But especially near the end, man. Like, the reason they moved on him was because he was starting to see his purpose. I don't know if any of you, I don't know if any of you listened to the Aiden Ross, Andrew Tate interview or podcast, like when Andrew Tate was in Dubai. So before again, I don't know how I know the timeline of all this stuff. Like, I'm literally giving y'all like a 5% overview here of all the timeline and all. Like, I've got it all, and I'm not gonna bore you with everything, but or say everything on a recorded live stream. But when Tate was in Dubai, before he made fun of Greta and they arrested him and all of this, before he went back to Romania, he was really on this wave. And I could really tell that he was on, like, when he was like, I'm Muslim, and people were like, oh, you're grifting and blah, 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 blah. Like, I think, again, just like the Bible says, you know somebody by the fruit they bear, right? You know somebody is serious about what they are saying based upon, you know, their fruit. And so if you watch the Tate Confidential vlogs, him and his brother would drink crazy all the time, constantly drinking, like daring each other to drink, blah, blah, all this stuff. And so Tate, when he's in Dubai, he's like, I'm Muslim and I'm never drinking again. And he was, and I don't know if he is now, but he was definitely sticking to it then, and his brother was talking about it, and blah, blah, blah. And when he's talking to Aiden Ross, he's talking about how he doesn't care about any of this stuff anymore. He doesn't care about, you know, the cars. He doesn't care about the girls. He doesn't care about this stuff. He's like, I'm on a mission from God now. I see the mission that God, like, I only care about the mission of blah, 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 blah. And you might say like, oh, he was grifting and blah, 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 and you just fell for it. But no, I think if you go back and you actually hear the energy of what he's saying, like, he was starting to wake up to the reality of the situation that he was in. He was starting to wake up to the reality of the power that he was wielding. But at that point, it was too late. Because he had signed the Rumble contracts, which he should not have done. Because that's a big piece of the enslavement. They got him on money. And then two, they got him when he went back to Romania and he was making fun of Greta. And like, it's like, oh, LOL, would they really get him because he's making fun of Greta? It's like, absolutely, because she's one of the puppets. She's this, you know, dumb little girl that, how dare you? Like, she's a propaganda piece. She's an actor. How dare you? How dare you? Little bitch. And so, yeah. And so, you know, it was, you know, he was having his own Kanye moment where he was like, I'm now realizing what's going on and who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's when they struck. That's when they came in and got him. And they're like, no, you can't. Once, you know, they don't want men of power and a strong voice realizing their life purpose. Because when men of power and with a strong voice realize their life purpose, that's when the masculine youth listens to them, because they listen to a voice of truth and then they follow that person. And that is extremely dangerous for those who are in charge. And that's why they do not want that to happen. And would Tate have been the perfect one to lead us into the new beautiful world? Maybe not, but like, you know, he was his play. Like, he was it's fascinating that on an energetic level, right, on a literal spiritual level, he was the antidote to all of this BLM, femboy, feminist garbage, left-wing crap, all of this stuff. Just all, like, do y'all remember 2018, 2019? Yes, Kanye is dead. He was, yeah, he's no longer alive. Do y'all remember 2019, 2020? Do y'all remember the BLM stuff? Like, do y'all remember how just insane that was? And it was just like, and he became, like, energetically, it was like every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and all that massive elite narrative and media push and like, you know, Obama being this gay president, you know, marrying Big Mike and all this stuff, like, Tate became this internet-based antidote to that, right? He became this, like, internet-based reaction to it. And it was just fascinating to watch. It was fascinating to watch. So, yeah. I would recommend praying for Tate rather than, wishing ill upon him and all of this. Because I think if the right things happen the right way, I think Tate could be a very powerful ally for truth and freedom. Very powerful ally for truth and freedom. But it remains to be seen. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. I could be putting my rose-colored glasses on and seeing something about this guy that isn't there. That's happened. Yeah, so he's not anybody's savior. But I think he can be a freedom fighter in that way. I think he has such a powerful voice. And there's a lot of men that are not going to forget him. And if the time comes in the future where there is something to be said that he can speak on that might, turn the tide of the world towards truth, towards clarity, towards, these sorts of things, then I hope he's there to do so. I don't think he's going to be. I think right now he has been forcefully silenced. I don't know how long that will last. It remains to be seen. But he's on the chessboard still. That is for certain. I think Trump is done. Trump is nobody's help. Trump is going to help nobody. I think Trump has been given the election again to pacify the men of America, right? Because the men of America have been so angry with COVID and with the Biden presidency and with just like the massive crazy push about, LGBT and feminism and all of this. And now Trump has been now that the contracts have been renegotiated, Trump has been re-given the presidency to be the pacifying figure for the right. He keeps everybody calm and nice and, keeps them all, driving their big pickup trucks and going to their jobs. And everybody stays cool. All right, that's the purpose of Trump. Trump is useless now. And maybe he always was, right? I think the right really projected so much onto Trump that was not there, Like the right really made Trump out to be something that I don't think he ever really was. I think he always was a tool of the game, right? He was like the Simpsons predicted him winning in 2016. And the reason that's important is because the Simpsons are connected to the Masons, and the elections are always rigged, and voting is stupid. And so, Trump has never been what people wanted him to be. I think a lot of right-wingers projected this idea of who he could be. Maybe I'll go mining. They projected this idea of who he could be because they were so desperate for a Caesar, right? They're so desperate for a figurehead. And that's always the case, right? There is only one true state of government, and that is king and advisors, right? The real government is, the most ideal government is a king with a face who can take responsibility for both the good and the bad, and ideally a group of wise advisors around him that is leading him. Democracy has never been real, ever. It's a sham to keep everybody calm, and it's a sham to hide power from where it actually is, right? Like, that's why the CIA goes to all these other countries and installs democracy, right? It's not democracy; they install their policy, and then they put a supposed elected figurehead at the forefront to make it seem as though that's, you know, that, the people wanted this, but it's just never the case. And so, you know, with the QAnon and all these guys, they wanted Trump to be the deep state fighter. And I think what happened was, I do think Trump genuinely wanted to make America great again. Like, I think he genuinely wanted to do certain things, and I think he actually wanted to run the country well. I genuinely believe he wanted to run the country well. But I think also what happened is he got in there and then realized how things really work, and fought with them, you know, fought with the real leaders of America. And then after that, then they took the presidency from him. And I think now they have given it back to him, because they have now kind of renegotiated the terms of the deal, right? Now, you know, we have a better understanding of, like, or now Trump has a better understanding of what he's allowed to do and what he's not allowed to do, right? I think he really did want to do some things like, you know, fire tons of the FBI, or like clean out the deep state, this kind of thing. I think he really did want to clean out the deep state to a certain extent. And I think he was told, no, that's not happening. The thing with Trump is that he never seems to fail or take L's despite failing to live on. Yeah, for sure. Well, because people have egoically attached to him, right? People have many of the Gen X and the Boomer right, and even the Millennials and even some of the Gen Z right, they have attached themselves egoically to Trump in this way where now he can do no wrong, right? And that blinds them from the reality of the situation. It blinds them from looking at what's actually in front of them. And so, as much as possible, like, you know, I want to believe too. I want to believe that people are fighting for truth and for goodness and for greatness and these sorts of things, but it's just like the entire paradigm is wrong, right? We are not going to change the world by electing a president. And that's even like what Kanye got confused about too, is he thought being president would be the way to fix things. It's like, no, you have to take this at a completely other angle. We are in a totally different paradigm from all of this. But all these people that are older than us, all these people that are like 35 and older, they just do not understand. They have lived too long in the old world. They cannot fathom the world of energy, of alchemy, of that we're on a flat plane, you know, all of this stuff that like is kind of newer and being found more and more and more. You know, it's just I think it's just too big for a lot of people to make that switch and to see that. So yeah. So then the question then becomes, right? Like who then can be that? Who then is going to be the figure to see the new world? And not only that, who can be the figure that shows us a world of where men aren't constantly on their 17th wife or hiding their wife from the public? It's like we don't see. When was the last time you actually saw a genuine marriage in the public eye? You know, like of two people that actually cared about each other for real. You know, it's all fake. It's all, and like, you know, with Tate, it's like it's hard for him to pull up with a girl because he has too many. Just let them shoot each other. Okay, I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm not gonna. I'm not going to go mining. I am going to go to that village and do the village raid. Should be fun. And I need to stock back up on food too. Yeah, his persona is pretty untouchable, and that's what makes him such a valuable intellectual property to those who own him. He is an extremely valuable IP, one that must be managed quite carefully. Everybody's own. Everybody signs the contracts. Fuck a contract. Yes, I do, Wormy. Go listen to my podcast. Ruh-roh. Do I have any food at all? No. Okay. So now I can't sprint. I have no food. Gotta make it back. Okay. Do I have my shield? Yes. Good. Yes, I also discussed on the last stream. Pretty heavy. YouTube.com/TheWriter'sMind with Tyler. Or you can look up, or you can also go to JacobTylerMowery.com and it'll take you to the podcast, or it'll show you what my podcast is and you can click on it. Like go to my channel, like the Tyler Mowery channel, and then go to my, like the bio area of my YouTube channel, and you'll see practicalstreamlighting.com and you'll see jacobtylermowery.com. If you go there, it's like my link tree essentially. And then you can see a link to the podcast, and then listen to the first 2 episodes of that, or listen to Astrology 101, and then listen to where the moon landings faked, because the moon landings were totally faked. And I talk about it really in depth there, and pretty much totally and completely destroy it for you forever. And that really, like, the fact that the moon landing was faked was a huge part of me discovering that the earth was flat. Huge part of it. And the biggest thing, funny, a scene and a choice is how everything works, right? Drama is in a scene choice. The scene choice that showed me that, like, that first made me doubt the moon landings was Neil Armstrong refusing to swear on the Bible that he walked on the moon. And I have that clip in that podcast where you can watch Neil Armstrong, the man who's the man who supposedly walked on the moon for the first time, refusing to swear on the Bible. Watch his face, watch his emotions. Like, I'm not even trying to be like, what's your logical evidence for the moon landings being fake? Like, I can give you the logical evidence, and I do in that podcast, but you should really watch Neil Armstrong refuse to, like, watch how he refuses. Not just that he refuses to swear on the Bible that he walked on the moon, but how he refuses. And, like, how upset and frustrated and nervous he is about being asked. That, I remember scrolling through TikTok, right? TikTok, the internet, is revealing the truth. The internet is the truth machine. I've said this before. The internet is the truth machine. That's why I'm interested in figures that rise to influence through the internet, because they are rising because the people are desperate for truth, and the internet has been revealing the truth for quite some time now. And you know, when we used to live in the Fox CNN dichotomy, and the only way you got any information was, what? Oh, please don't die. Come on. When you were in that dichotomy forever and ever, then you were like, and the only way that you could get any information was through the Encyclopedia Britannica, then of course you had a very specific sense of the world and what things were. But now you get so many more opinions, more than ever before, through the internet. And that's how I found that video in it. And then I found Bart Sabrell, who was the one who did a lot of research on this, about the moon landings. And he talks about all kinds of interesting stuff in his book. His book, Moon Man, is a great, great book. No, because... okay, Bree says... Don't you think that if the moon landing was fake, the Russians would instantly jump on that? No, because the Russians are a part of it, unfortunately. Like, everything... Okay. There was no Cold War. There was no... It's just like Republicans versus Democrats. It's just that, but bigger. America versus Russia. It's all the propaganda machine. It's all to keep people in fear of somebody else that isn't the real operator, the real kings of our world. They use these techniques, right? You use the technique to pit the left against the right. You use techniques to pit country against country. That's how you control people. You say, we're not your enemy, it's these other guys, and you should fear them, and they're coming for you, and blah, blah, blah. And also, even if the Russians did jump on it, how is it possible in 1969 for that information to get to America? Oh, it's going to be so simple. No, you have such an internet view of the world. Every single media outlet is owned by the elites. Every single one back then. And so, well, I mean, even kind of still now, but the internet kind of gives more information, blah, blah, blah. But the point is, the eagle's head rules both sides of the wings. It's part of that symbolism. You need both wings. You need the left and the right. You need America and Russia. You need the two parties. You need the two sides so that then the eagle's head can lead. Okay, what was I going to do? I said I wasn't going to... Oh, I was going to go to the village. Right. Okay. Do I have any more arrows? It would be nice to have more arrows. No. Okay. Whatever. We'll just do this the hard way. All right. Do I need anything particularly? No. Okay. How long have I been streaming? 3 hours, 333 exactly when I looked. That's crazy. Oh, I didn't get food. Hee 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 hee. All right. Hopefully this goes well. Yeah. Bree, I'm telling you, go listen to my podcast because everything you're saying here, I discuss and rebut. It's not possible to land on the moon. Sorry to hurt your feelings. All right, let's do this. I wonder where my horse is. Huh. I've already been here. Okay, good. Are they not coming? Oh, are they coming in 10 seconds? All right, here we go. Okay. Get some of this. And yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's do this. I would be nice to have some arrows, I am gonna say. But whatever, we're gonna do this. It's like they're orcs. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Whoops. Hey. Oh, wow, really? It's that easy? Okay. Well, I thought it was going to be a for real raid. Or is it wave? Is this just wave 1? Stay away from my villagers, brother. The chill music comes in as the raid occurs. Don't shoot them. Yo, get out of the... Why would you run right into the firefight? Okay, yeah, we're gonna get more. Cool, good. Are they gonna come from the same spot? Different spot. Over here this time. Come here, boys. Where did my horse go? I'm looking at these horses, I'm like missing mine. Maybe I should have named him. Where'd my dog go too? Oof. Okay. You can stay down there, actually, that's fine. Come here, boy. What? Oh, he's the one. Yeah, I forget. They, like, stop your shield for a little bit. There we go. Loving the chat discussion right now, by the way. Real good stuff. My favorite Hollywood film is when Neil Armstrong goes to the moon. That's my favorite Hollywood film. Is the last one the one that got trapped in here? I think it is. Hey, bud. Oh, you hurt. No! This is why I need bow and arrow. Okay, every time I don't give myself any wood, and that is a mistake. Okay, I need to bring food. Alrighty. That stinks. Literally just had to not get hit one more time. I guess I shouldn't have just dropped into the cave. That's probably bad gamer awareness on my part. But hey. It's just a video game and none of this really matters at all. My handy dandy path is coming in handy. I have thought of making a Minecraft server. I plan on doing that, actually. Like, maybe I'll do that soon. Maybe that'll be like next one or something. It'd be fun. Just, you know what would be awesome actually? I'd love to just end. I'm gonna stop being a screenwriting YouTuber, and I'm just gonna be a Minecraft YouTuber now. I'm gonna play Minecraft, and I'm gonna talk about how Tate has some good points and the moon landing is fake. Yeah, get him, Wormy. Get him. Well, that stinks because I don't get any of the rewards. So, raid failed because I didn't hit the last guy. Oh, well. Oh, well. I got all my stuff back, which is molto bene. Alrighty. Yeah, I think there probably is supposed to be more waves. Well, next time I'm going to bring a bow and arrow. Or at least some arrows. I have a crossbow. I should have just brought some arrows. I initially started this world off, though, as like a as a vegan world. So I wasn't killing any of the neutral animals, and I wasn't eating any meat, which is why I grew that big farm so that I could have a consistent and regular supply of wheat. But I did kill pufferfish today, so I sort of broke that. So then it just becomes, do I want to kill chickens to get feathers? Maybe. Tyler McMowery gamer. McCowery. Okay, let me return. I want to check on my. I'm gonna look at my glass structure again. I think it's kind of cool that it's like, it's supposed to give kind of like a ruiny sort of vibe. That's what I wanted to do. It's pretty cool. I like it. What's down there? Any cave? No. Just a big deep spot. Maybe I could... Ooh, I could like tunnel from there down to that deep area. That could be interesting. But for now, I think I'm going to go ahead and wind the stream down there, boys and girls. Well, you guys are having a heated debate about the moon landing, so actually, we will continue until that debate is done. Because... What looks dodgy about the film? Are you kidding me? Yeah, Bree, you know why the original footage of the moon landing was lost? Because they didn't want people scrutinizing it later. Because it was fake. Actually, you guys can continue this argument even if I turn the stream off. And Bree, go listen to my podcast. Because I go through this super clearly. Super clearly. Where the moon landing is fake. Actually, if go to my Discord, and then it's linked in my Discord under the announcements. You can find it. Anyways. Thank you guys for hopping into the stream. I hope you had a good time. This was just kind of, you know, chilling, hanging out, and whatnot. Stream for almost 4 hours. It's a long stream. See ya, Alex. Maybe the finish. I love you guys talking about this. I love it. I love it. Man. Yeah. Moon landing 100% fake. Everyone knows it. I'll see y'all later. Peace. Yeah. Moon landing 100% fake. Everyone knows it. I'll see y'all later.